Good afternoon. We are super excited to be here today with you all. Though there may be some other folks joining us as we share with you information about the LLC for the coming year. My name is Dr. Gisela Vega, or Dr. V. I use she, her, they, them pronouns. I serve as the director for the LGBTQ Student Center, and super excited to be here sharing our newest living learning community, the gender and sexuality community. So I'm going to ask the other team members to introduce themselves as well.
Hi, I'm Dr. Porter. I am Director of Gender and Sexuality Studies, and I'm in the Department of Anthropology. And I usually teach the Introduction to Gender and Sexuality Studies courses and some other courses too.
Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa Kanya. I'm the Assistant Director for the LGBTQ Student Center. I do a lot of programming and events for our office.
So for about the next half hour, we'll tell you a little bit about the program, how you can apply, a lot of information. Super excited that this will be our pilot program for the 2021 year. And it will be a collaboration between the LGBTQ Student Center, Housing and Residential Life, and the Gender and Sexuality Studies program. So we are delighted to be here to tell you about it, answer any questions you may have. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So quick overview, we're gonna talk to you a little bit about the program, the expectations, eligibility, share some information about the academic component, talk about housing and sort of what the next steps are, and then we'll turn it over to you all that are joining us in case you have any questions for us. So a quick program overview. For those of you that may not be familiar with living learning communities, they have been around for several decades on college campuses. They're collaborations between generally academic units and student affairs to create a both in-class and out-of-class experience that's seamless and usually revolve around an academic area. So ours will be a collaborative project that we will provide a safe space for our LGBTQIA+ students and their allies that are here on campus. The program is designed to increase awareness around issues of identity and gender and sexual orientation, and increase information and awareness about our gender and sexuality studies program, and to develop your leadership skills. So the program will be piloted and located in Mahoney Residential College for the 2021 year. The class component is a requirement. Everyone is expected to take that. There are components of community service, events, and programs that you'll be a part of. And the goal is really to create a positive change for our LGBTQIA+ community, both on campus and in the greater Miami, South Florida area. It is open to all residents. So, if you know anyone who may be interested, we will be providing this recorded info session on our social media sites and sharing with different folks. So feel free to share that. And then we will be talking more about the assignments process a little bit later on.
So just going over some of the program benefits really quickly. First and foremost, we want to establish a safe space for LGBTQ+ students on campus. A lot of the times, first year and transfer students have a difficult time getting access to gender inclusive housing. So this LLC will be inclusive of those students. And obviously it will also help to develop LGBTQ student awareness, academic and leadership skills, since it will have a holistic program overview, including the class component and other ways to get involved. You'll also get the chance to develop different networks on campus, both with your peers as well as professional networks with the professors you'll be engaging with in class, as well as different community partners in Miami. And then since you'll be living together, you'll have the opportunity to share similar social identities and kind of build that network and family away from home. And then you'll have the opportunity to understand contemporary gender and sexuality issues, both through the class and through sort of informal discussions. We're also hoping to promote intellectual communication between faculty, practitioners, and students, as well as help to develop some retention strategies and support mechanisms for students, since you'll be open to all these different resources, including our LGBTQ Student Center, the GSS program, as well as the different HRL partners.
And in terms of eligibility and expectations, there would be the expectation that you would attend an orientation session for the Gender and Sexuality LLC program during the week of welcome, and to participate in a large community service project each semester. And you'll also attend organized events that are organized by the LGBTQ Student Center, by HRL or GSS. And you'll attend one LGBTQ plus based conference and or symposium. And we do have those on campus as well as in the community. You'll participate in the required GSS courses, live in the designated LLC community, and the participants must have a clear judicial record and are required to complete all program requirements. And the academic component, it really centers on your requirements to participate in designated GSS courses each semester with a passing grade. So for the fall semester, we have a very exciting course, and that's the LGBTQ Community Leadership and Engagement course that's specially designed for the LLC. And in spring semester, you have options. You can take the Introduction to Gender and Sexuality Studies course, or a Gender and Sexuality Independent Study course, and those are regularly offered.
So in terms of the housing component, the program itself will be located in Mahoney. Location, particular floor, we're still in the process of deciding that. Obviously, with the pilot program, our goal is to have about maybe 20 to 25 people in the program. If we get more than that, that's fantastic. But the floors are generally larger than that. So we're trying to make sure we can find an area where the RA that'll be working with this floor will have opportunity to know what specific segment of their floor is the LLC. The units are available are the ones that you see here. It's a double regular type unit. The housing arrangement, we will be providing gender inclusive option. So if you have friends that want to live with you or whatever, this would be a good option for you all to consider. The community is open to all returning and continuing students. So we do have a few spaces that we're going to set aside for some transfer students, potentially some first-year students, to make sure we have a nice mix involved in the community. So we're super excited. One of our housing partners will be here shortly. So if there's like a particular question, they'll be able to answer that. But the program, like I said, it's going to be an amazing program. There are many of these throughout the nation. This is the first one that we're going to have here at the U, and it will be a super exciting way to, one, build your community, feel a sense of community, while at the same time getting some good academic credit for it.
So basically, here are the next steps. If you are interested in the LLC, basically, if you have friends that are interested, make sure that you're spreading the word around this. This is our second and last information session. But as we said, we'll be recording it and posting it on our social media, so you can refer others to watch this info session if they are curious or have any questions. You can also reach out to any of us via email. We'll have more info on the next slide. And we'll be having an assignment session the last week of February. So if you have any questions, you can contact us via the email on screen. And I think at this point, we're opening it up to any questions that you all might have.